Be right here, Buzztv. It's Namm. It's 2023. It's been a few years, and we're back. If you're watching that VR, spot that 360. And if you're not, well, enjoy the regular 4K stuff. But we're going inside. Be right here, Buzztv. Namm 2023. And we bumped into a company we've been talking to before Namm, Stringjoy Strings. These guys are new, but they have a great product with a unique and great twist on the string. We're here with Blake, and Blake's going to tell us everything you need to know and why you're going to need to get some of these strings.
Right on. Yeah, we make our strings one at a time in Nashville, Tennessee. We have somebody there every step of the way in the process. One of the things that people ask us is, the first thing is like, well, what makes your strings so cool? A lot of it has to do with the way they're wound. So when you're winding a string, what I've told a few people is like, lots of people can have a hammer, right? But only a few people know how to build a good house. So you can have the same machines, you can have the same product or like materials. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the same result at the end of the day, because there's so much variability in how you actually wind. So we wind with extra compression around the core wire, and we ensure that the wraps are right next to each other. We also wind at tension. Now that might seem kind of obvious, like of course the wraps are right next to each other. You'd be surprised if you got under a microscope what you would see from some other manufacturers. There's some gaps there, and that actually allows things to get down to the core wire and cause corrosion, contamination, and that's not what we want. So we wind things extra tight with extra mass, and it gives a better sounding and feeling string.
Now with these strings, guitars as well as bass?
Yes, yep.
And are you into the classical line as well?
Well, we actually just made some valuable contacts at this show to help us start breaking into that sector of the market. So we will be doing that in the future.
Okay, now for myself, I won't mention the company, but I use, let's say, a Slinky or a Super Slinky product.
Okay.
What do you guys have that's something comparable to that?
Yeah, so our most popular is our 10 to 48 set, and it's funny that you mentioned something slinky-ish, because the reason we do a 10 to 48 instead of a 10 to 46, you may be familiar with the story of how we got to a 10 to 46 set in the first place with the banjo strings. Are you familiar with that?
Not at all, but they want to hear it.
All right, so back in the day, Ernie Ball, the guy, not the company, but the actual guy who started the company, he's the one who gave us like light guitar strings. Things used to be starting at like a 12. And so what he did was he took a banjo string, put it on the high end, and shifted it all up a little bit, and then threw the 56 in the garbage. That's how we got the 10 to 46 set that became sort of industry standard. That's all great. A lot of great music's been recorded with those, but we realized that that's not exactly a balanced tension. If you look at it from our tension calculator on our website, you can see that a 10 to 46 is actually off. So if you're playing across the fretboard, the tension's actually different string to string, and you can feel that, you know? So what we did with our 10 to 48 set is make that even across the board so it feels and plays right, and that's why that's our standard set of 10s.
That is very cool. Mm-hmm. And since we kind of got there, what is the website exactly so they can go out there and look at all that stuff?
That'd be stringjoy.com.
So go on there, learn about the tensioner stuff, but more importantly, you're going to want to get a pair of these. Now, where could we get Stringjoy strings? Are they only from the website at this point?
No, we have them on the website, of course, but we have 300 plus dealers across the world. We also are available on Sweetwater as of last year, and hopefully after the Namm show, we're in a lot more places as well.
So again, just go to that website. You'll see it right down here. It's flashing. So get there, click on it, and they're going to give you ease in finding a distributor near you, hopefully.
Absolutely. We have a whole list of them on there.
Now, we see the strings, and we see the product's relatively new to the market.
Mm-hmm.
Cost-wise, what are you guys comparing to someone else?
So yeah, we're definitely on the more premium end of the market, you know. So we're $11.90 for a set of electric guitar strings, and you know that's largely based on the amount of labor that goes into them. We've actually had white label manufacturers visit our facility before and tell us that we were, quote, crazy for not shipping some of the stuff that didn't meet our specs. So we are a more premium string, but we also put a lot of labor and a lot of love and have very, very, very stringent quality control. So I think it speaks for itself in the product.
And guys, 11 and change for a set of strings, that's still relatively cheap in the world of what you're paying for a gallon of gas or maybe a carton of eggs. So the string price really isn't bad at all. Single strings, you know how everybody is, they're breaking that high E or something else. I could easily pick those up from anywhere. We're not just selling sets. You could easily go in like anywhere else and say, hey, I need a couple tens or whatever.
Yep, we have single string sets. We actually talked about this Namm actually. Somebody asked us about offering a 6-string single set. So it's like, oh, I want a pack of high E's because I break my high E's. We actually might start doing that here in the future as well. So, and additionally, we back everything up. So if you do get a set of our strings and it breaks prematurely, you hit us up. We're going to take care of you.
And that's another reason why you want to get Stringjoy strings. Who gives you that? Who's going to say if something breaks prematurely? And again, that doesn't mean, hey, I've had them for 8 months, but I only play my guitar maybe once in a blue moon. That's not premature, guys.
Right.
But seriously, you put something on, you're winding it up, it pops on you for some weird reason. They stand behind the product. And when you get a company that stands behind their product, you know they love the product, put their heart and soul into it, and believe in the product. And that's why you're going to get some. I'm leaving here with some. He's definitely loving some. And that's why you got to have Stringjoy strings.
Yes.
Most important question, have I left out anything about the string and the company that they need to know?
I think you pretty much hit everything. One thing about the website I would like to point people to, because we started as a custom shop, right? It's not the main thing that we do anymore, but we still, about 20% of our business is custom strings. So if you need something crazy, I personally like to play some pretty heavy strings. We make everything for electric guitar from a 8 all the way up to a 95 currently. So if you really want to get chuggy, we can help you get chuggy. And also if you have some special open tuning you want to play, we can help you with that stuff as well. So you can hit us up at support@stringjoy.com if you have any questions. We have a guy whose literal full-time job is helping people select out custom strings for themselves, or just maybe pick something out of our product lineup that suits them. So we're here to help people.
You know, I just heard that, and the wheels are always spinning. Did you see the light bulb? Because it flashed.
I did.
We have some good friends here. In fact, they were playing last night over at, God, where am I even saying? Marriott.
Oh,
That's it,
yep,
over at the Marriott.
Yep.
Larry Mitchell. If you guys don't know, you better know. Besides Grammy Award winner, player extraordinary, been with Steve Vai for the last couple years, teaching at the Vai Academy. Larry does stuff live every Tuesdays. We're going to get a hold of Larry. We're going to pick up some strings. I'm going to send some to Larry. We're going to get Larry to talk about these things on camera. He does so much custom stuff. I'm pretty sure he'll be backdooring in saying, I need my custom. So I really love that. For myself, for Blake, for Stringjoy, for Namm 2023 and Buzztv. Remember, hit that website, guys. We're out of here. See ya. Be right here, Buzztv, Namm 2023. Where are we? DOD. Now, you know I'm old and I'm crusty, and I've been using DOD stuff for many, many years since I was a 16-year-old. We're here with Tom. Tom's going to tell us about the fun new stuff the DOD has.
Well, it's not so much new stuff other than a rebirth. So we just recently got bought by Cortec, and we were able to bring back a bunch of stuff that was out of production back into production. For example, like the Whammy went out of production for at least a year, but basically the entire line of the DOD stuff that I was instrumental in bringing back is back, as well as the Rubberneck. And on the Digitech side, you know, the Whammy's back, the Whammy family is back in production, so is the Trio Plus. There's a couple things that are still pending, like the Strum and the Lux and the Jam Band Solo XT, and they should be available again probably towards the end of this year. But yeah, that's our whole task right now is getting stuff back into stores. But of course, that said, I am working on new stuff too, always.
Now, are we going to be able to find this on websites? Obviously, I'm pretty sure they're going to be in the big box locations. But what would the website be? Because I'm pretty sure there's a new website now.
Yep, it's a fresh website that coincides with the rebirth, and that's just digitech.com.
There you go, guys, right down there. You'll be able to get online, see everything they have, find it at a store closest to you with a great, great price point. Now, here's a fun question I love to ask, only because, as you know, I'm crusty, been around through the years. Guess I'd fall into that 80 shredder kind of category to where my world turned into a 10-space rack unit where I need someone else to help me lift it because the thing's too monstrously heavy. I love that pedals have made such a comeback, but the quality in pedals, it's not just what it was back in the 70s with a little circuit board, a couple resistors and such. You guys really put quality into the product that you've always had, but bringing it back, it's so nice to see.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Now, price point. Again, everything, today things have changed, but what are we looking at standard price points on things?
So most of the DoD stuff is right around $149, excepting the rubberneck, which is $349. And then the whammy stuff varies. We have the bigger whammy, like the DT, and that's $299. And then we have, ranging anywhere from $199 to, I think these are like $179 in stores. So
oh, that's great.
Different price points.
Now, Tom, I know you told us, but I always love to maybe put a hook in someone's mouth and give them a little tease. Anything you kind of might want to hook them with on what might be coming down the pipeline?
No, nothing specific. I mean, I've got something I'm hoping to debut before the end of the year on the DoD side of things, but nothing specific.
So I'm going to say, get back to that Digitech website, maybe around October, November, December-ish, and you might find something new there. Or at the very least, click a few things, get them to your friends, maybe your parents, people that you love, and go, I have some things on my wish list because the DoD stuff is back, guys. Tom, I really appreciate taking some time with us, talking about the line, because again, I've used this stuff since I was a kid. I knew it's been gone. It's nice to see it's back. You have a whole new company behind you that stands firm and loves you, as we can see. And again, digitech.com, get on that website, find the toys. Tom's going to come out with some new stuff, maybe this year, maybe next year, but he's a good guy, so you know there's always going to be some new stuff in the pipeline. Again, Tom, thanks for everything, for myself, for Tom, for Digitech, for DoD, Buzztv, but the most importantly, Namm 2023. We're out of here, guys. See ya.
Thank you.